action. Now it's Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. On the ground, it's Wilson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 8. Here's Samuel. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Purdy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Purdy will look to throw again here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Here's Purdy. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Davante Adams. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. 85 yards. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Breaks through the contact. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slide out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now they'll shift things around. The throwing here, Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
This is Samuel. And here 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Purdy. And he fires one, but incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
And his kick is indeed good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Rodgers.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. From the 46, here's 2nd down at 7. In motion goes the tight end. Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Rodgers off the play fake. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Purdy from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 3rd down, it's Guendo. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Purdy. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll run with Hall.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game.
Second down, goal to go. One more time with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here comes 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save the timeout.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers.
It's complete. Lazard. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you're at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And good real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to a
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Pistol snap, back to Fields. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Austin brought in motion. Fields from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. A first down throw for Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Austin brought in motion. Fields now on second down. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Down the right sideline. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Looks like a design run here with Fields. And he will do it himself. He's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
He's going to keep it himself.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Second down and 8. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Second down. It's Fields. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First down. Fields. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
That's brought in right side by Pickens. A pickup there of 13. That's a Steeler first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a second down throw for Fields. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Third and long. Williams in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, that's swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And the Niners are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Purdy to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play there with Purdy to Ayuk. 52 yards. Purdy on 1st down. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Man in motion here is Jennings. Again in the air for Purdy.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is impossible. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They send him right out of the slot. Purdy now on 2nd down. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Man in motion here is Jennings. And he's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Fields now. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw, Purdy. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Here's Fields to keep it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he'll take it on in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. So Kittle comes in motion. Purdy works out of the pistol. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll go with Purdy. To the sideline, he's got it. The official says yes, the feet are in, and they convert on 4th down. A big hit with Purdy to Samuel, and even 30 yards. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he's going to have a 49ers 1st down. It didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. And this is no good. He missed the extra point, and they remain down by 1 in the 4th quarter. So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Patterson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Fields now to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Back to throw is Fields. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And he will go all the way. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Look wide. Get this one complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick to the ground. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At his 48-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for
A. 1st and 10. Purdy. A short one there. Caught by Kittle.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
How often do we hear, Mike, when a team is trailing by 8, everyone says, well, it's still a one-possession ball game. Yeah, but that's only if you can convert the 2-point try, which is kind of 50-50. So they got to stay aggressive, knowing they still need a 2-point conversion if they want to tie this thing up.
Now, 1st and goal. They'll run. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now, here's 2nd and goal. run here. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. And here comes the whistle and a timeout. 7 seconds to go. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. So Kittle comes in motion. Third and goal. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Austin brought in motion. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yeah, let's put 6 on the board.
Right to the air is Burrow.
Flushed out right.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That went out wide and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. There he goes. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Purdy now to throw.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense. But still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
In motion, the tight end. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No score after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Purdy from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here's Samuel.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here is 3rd and 5.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now stands at 13.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line. Back to throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Play action. It's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have the football. From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Arrowhead. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here's Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Slot man moves right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left.
Throwing here, Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco to about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go! Jump offside! Don't let him run! Let's go!
Here's 2nd and 7.
They go play fake. Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts him right on it, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes looking deep downfield.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the 49ers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Jair Brown on the stop there.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd down and 1. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
34 yards.
And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
43!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mahomes going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for KC. 48 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Again, it's Pacheco, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A big play here, 3rd and 2. One of the tight ends comes in motion. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Mahomes takes it himself, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeout.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes escaping the pressure right.
Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Mahomes to throw it. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Mahomes will throw.
That's caught inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They begin on the ground with Gurindo.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Gurindo.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Throwing, Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That clock had run awfully low. Now, obviously, no hesitation. Bring out the field goal unit, try to win it.
And no one happier about that clock stopping than the field goal unit. Now they can take their time, get set, and try and execute what they need for the game-winning field goal.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 45 yards. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing here, Purdy. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Purdy on 4th down. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 48 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Jake Moody now for the point after. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Purdy looking to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
5 receivers in the formation. That means immediate pressure on the secondary. And oftentimes you take a step or 2 back just to be able to cover the deep ball. In this case, 4 of the 5 headed straight downfield on vertical routes. And then they snuck one of the outside receivers across the formation, able to rein it in and get good yardage after the catch as well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 8.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to strip plays together, maybe get in the field goal range.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Purdy now to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
He's got him in, complete. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Final play of the half. Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Play action. Now Purdy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Purdy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Purdy.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
A handoff left, McCaffrey.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 76 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this a little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Here's 2nd down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Purdy will throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Purdy to throw. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Purdy to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing, Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Samuel.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Purdy to throw.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Purdy, big 4th down play. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Garrett. You've been watching the NFL.